I'm going with the stars, people. Virginia Williams sent 50 stars.
That's what I'm talking about, Virginia.
O.C. Williams sent 50 stars. Bart Bartlett, 200 stars. Kelly Haupu, 500 stars. Thank you, Kelly.
Michelle Jacobs. What's up, Shelly Shell? 100 stars.
200 stars. Janice Griggs. Janice with a Y. Griggs.
Got a couple of big drops going in there.
Oh, hey. What do we got?
You got a couple of 1,000 stars.
Oh.
Yeah. Tammy Clayton, 1,000 stars.
Kimaya Vassar, 50 stars. Carla Hill, 50
Somebody
stars.
else had 1,000 stars.
Ella Woodley, 100 stars.
I don't know why I can't
rolling down the list.
This like little piece of comments down here and all this other stuff. I'm like, how do we fix that? I don't know. Where's my social
Cassandra
media
Marcus,
maidens? We're the social media maidens. How did May and Isabel not come to the office today?
Kimberly Lipstone, 100 stars. Shh.
May, Isabel, I know you're on there. You're moderating the chats. Get to the office now, as in right now.
Okay. Leonard Mayley, 500 stars.
Here we go. Tammy Clayton gave 1,000 stars.
All right. Cool.
And who was that other person?
Yeah. Sheila Thomas or Edgar Lohman, 100 stars. Latrice Legendaire, 200 stars. Michael Dennis, 200 stars.
Way to go.
Michelle Jacobs, 100 stars. Tammy Clayton, 1,000 stars.
Okay,
that's who it was.
Apparently, she sent 2,000. She did it twice.
Jazzy Bowers, 200 stars. Beverly Smith, 500 stars.
Tammy sent 1,000 stars. It felt so nice. She did it twice.
Shannon Gibbs, 500 stars.
All right.
Tim Lambert, 250.
All right. Okay.
We good?
We good. We're great.
All right.
We are great.
Whoa. Hey, Vendula.
I'm not even.
Not gonna.
Vendula P, what's happening with the 200 stars? That's what I'm talking about. VP. Yes.
Okay.
That last name is
100 stars.
Gonna get slaughtered over here.
Leona Deanna Artis, 100 stars.
Way to go.
Brenda Strozier, 100 stars. Boy, we're getting stars lined up.
Stars.
Chrissy DeLisser, 200 stars. I'm having Chrissy on Top Gun Spotlight this time.
I know. New York in the house.
See that?
Way to go, Chrissy.
All right. Laura Johnson, 500 stars.
Let's see, who else do we have? We're going to go ahead and get started in a second, guys. We got Grand Rising from Baltimore. Thank you, Cousin Carla. Appreciate you. We got Jackie B from the DMV.
Hey, Diana Hardy says, loving the connection between you two. She sent 200 stars.
It's a little much. All right.
You left me hanging, bro.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. We got Liam from the UK. So Monica. Good afternoon from the Great Britain.
Monica from Budapest.
What's up, Monica?
200 stars.
We're together saying good. What's up, Monica from Budapest?
All right.
We got Chrissy Morgan from, I'm going to say this wrong, Worcester, England. I hope I said it right. Because it looks like Worcester.
All right. Regina Jackson, 1,000 stars.
All right. Mario Magari from Brighton, England. England is on today. What's up, UK? UK is in the house. That's what I'm talking about. And you know who else is in the house? Sedona, Arizona. What's up, Sarah Lindsay Williams? No, May. That doesn't count. May sent a message saying I'm in the office in spirit.
Absolutely
May,
not.
I'm at home in pajama pants in spirit. So it doesn't quite work.
Okay. We're going to take off.
Hey, that's right. That's a good question, Mario. Where is David Romero?
What? David's not on?
David Romero, are you here? David Bueller. I don't know.
Hey, stay away from that coffee, bro.
Yeah. It's crack coffee. Did you see how fast it took effect, though?
Yes.
Like I just rolled up in here just all cranky and
moving
slow and stuff.
He was not happy.
And I drank 2 sips and I'm like, hey, what's happening?
Oh my gosh. All right. We ready to rock and roll?
We are ready. Let's go ahead and do this because we are not the show today. Let's do this.
Do it.
Let's do this.
All right. You ready?
All right.
Rock and roll. Let's do this.
You guys ready? We're going fast and furious because we are going to get you to the man himself, the living legend, Holton Bugs. Yes, the energy is on 10,000 today, Janice.
Disclaimer
alert. I, Boomerang, cannot, does not, will not make income guarantees or claims in terms of how much money a particular individual is going to make. Why? You can make money at iBoomerang. There is an incredible compensation plan that, as we were talking about in the office yesterday, is exceptional. And we know that most folks don't even really understand exactly how exceptional it is. But that said, how much money you or any particular individual is going to make is up to YOU. The man or the woman looking back at you in the mirror is the one who will determine how much money you make. Why? Because some will do a lot and make a lot. Some will do a little, make a little. Some will do nothing and make absolutely nothing at all. But it's totally up to you whether or not you crush it at iBoomerang. And that's our disclaimer.
I like looking into your left ear.
You know, I'm going to go home. Just going to get up.
I like looking into your left ear.
Get up and leave. I'm just going to go home. Like Scotty, one to beam home.
Oh my
Scotty,
gosh.
Are you there? One to beam home.
Monica says you guys are fun. Yes, we are. We're fun. All right. I go. So your account may have been deactivated because they've got their sensitivity settings so high for the credit cards that it may deactivate you.
That's right. So if you click on your iGo logo and it says member not found or something like that, it may be because you had this message pop up and you didn't see it before. Screenshot this. Just call them. It'll take you 2 minutes. And if this is the reason, your account will be right back on. If not, then hit customer support at iboomerang.com. And the crew over there, led by the fabulous Executive Director of Global Customer Amazement, Angela Olavito, will solve the issue for you.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So the old hall says you two are silly.
Yeah.
So we gotta dial it back a little.
Well,
We gotta reel it back in.
Dan Hansen said they did a great job at fixing it. That's right.
Nice.
Dan. See,
Excellent.
See,
Good
job,
stuff.
Danny
Good stuff.
boy.
All right.
All right. Look, what do we have next?
Advocacy.
Advocacy. So advocacy has a tough job. They got to make sure that everybody's compliant. And here's the thing. Sometimes people will find that their back office is in a suspended state, a little angry. Here's the thing. Advocacy has been trying to reach you. So take a screenshot of these emails, add them to the white list of your email so that you never miss a message from them, because they've got to do what they do, and they will message you 3 times at least before putting you in suspension. And the suspension thing isn't as a punishment, it's to get your attention because the emails didn't work.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and we have a video on YouTube that you guys can watch. It's at youtube.com/iBoomerang. And so go ahead and watch that video. At the end of the video, so that's just for Gmail, but at the end of the video, there is a URL to find all of the other places that you can, and all of the other programs and that you can whitelist. Mm-hmm. All right. Or you can just Google Office 360 whitelist. True. Right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Star Achievers, March Star and Superstar Achiever lists are now available on iboomhub.com. So we're recognizing you guys, right? So go over to iboomhub.com. Be sure that your name's on there, first of all. And then if it's not on there, go ahead and send a support ticket to support@iboomerang.com. But iboomhub.com/Star Achievers. We want to recognize you. Now, if you're a Superstar Achiever, also, we've got a promo that we're running that you guys can be a part of. So we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. All right. Oh, I got my gear on.
Yeah, you do. It's pretty cool. I like that.
You know what? Buy 3 or more. Now, where do they buy Boom Gear?
That would be boomgear.com. It's like on there. It's like it says it. Like
I thought I was going to get you.
So what are you trying to say? You don't think I can read?
Yeah, you can read. You can read.
I'd be in
All
trouble.
right. Buy 3 or more of the EX8 merch, and you get 25% off. 25% off. I got mine. You got yours?
I do. I'm not wearing it today.
All right.
But I have some.
All right. We got some more Boom Gear on sale.
Boom Gear on sale.
Limited edition shirts.
Oh, those Accelerate Action shirts.
Yeah. You know what? I got mine.
Are you really going to do this?
Yeah.
He's doing this.
Yeah.
He's doing it, folks.
I got it.
He's doing it.
I got it.
What are you doing?
This is an awesome shirt.
Whew. Fortunately, he just grabbed it. I thought he was actually going to change.
No. Yeah. See?
Okay.
Look,
Yeah.
got the shirt. Good stuff.
I'm a little eager today, bro.
Yeah, I am. All right. So, but when you're at boomgear.com and you order these 2 shirts for $40, you got to put in the promo code ACTION. Put in the promo code ACTION. All right. Hats.
Vintage hats are on sale. All these hats are $15, and they're really the coolest hats. You have those too? You're gonna run?
No.
You're gonna run over there and grab them?
No.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Let's get your hats, everybody.
Oh, and flight plan calendars.
If you run downstairs and grab a flight plan calendar,
I'm not going to do it.
I'm gonna lock the door.
I'm not going to do it. But the flight plan calendars, you cannot do business without your flight plan calendar. We've got them in English, Spanish, and French. $25. You know what? It's not enough to buy one. You got to buy enough for your
New
future
people.
team.
Let me ask you a question. When does a new person need a flight plan calendar? Put it in the chat. Let's see it in the chats. When does a new person need a flight plan calendar?
Right now. Tim
Okay,
Lambert says.
go ahead, Tanisha. That's right. I see it. Straight away, Liam says. As soon as they join, day 1, Pat Pamplin, at sign up, Monica. That's what I'm talking about. So how is it that a new person can have a flight plan calendar on the day that they join? How is that possible? Let's see that in the chats. How can a new person have a flight plan calendar on the day that they join? How? Tanisha, you are on the money today. She says you have them in hand. Tim says you buy them in advance. You buy a few, you plan ahead, you have it ready. That's what we were taught. That's what we were taught. How many did you have? When it was cash cow, it wasn't flight plan calendar.
Tons. I had probably 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a crate
we
full
bought
of them in my trunk.
Yeah, we bought 50 at a time.
Yeah.
Or 100 at a time too.
But we were also rolling people like crazy.
Yes, we were.
I'm like, we were re-upping every week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we'd have a new person sign up, and then they'd also pay $25 on spot for their cash cow. So you guys should do the same thing. Have flight plan calendar, a new person signs up, say, hey, you need this, it's a key to your success. Give me $25, boom, boom, and then they're in the game. All right.
They're in the game.
In English, Spanish, and French.
All right.
So now, you are really proud of your Accelerate shirt.
I'm proud of it.
Man. All right. So Accelerate, the EX8 app. We are making this better and better and better every week. I can't even go over all the refinements that have been made. And then we had a whole meeting about it this week. We talked about a whole bunch of things that we still want to do with this. So, but the core of this app is the trade assistant function. That is what this app lives to do. What is a trade assistant? Well, basically what's happening is our rock star educators are calling out trade ideas. And if you follow those trade ideas, you can be successful and potentially even earn enough to pay for your subscription for both subscriptions, your Elevate subscription and your Accelerate subscription every single month. Some people are already doing this, right? And we are at a 70%.
That's it. 70%
win ratio.
We asked
on those
that
trade
yesterday.
ideas.
Yeah, Ben was here and we asked. We said, hey, what are the trade ideas at? What are we at? And he said 70%.
So where are my elevators at? If you are subscribed to Elevate, say put your 8s in the chat. If you're subscribed to Elevate, put 8s in the chat. Let me see those 8s. Let me see those 8s. Look at that. It's just going crazy, right? Okay. So my super students, let me ask you guys a question. What can you call yourself if you are winning 7 out of 10 trades? You're winning 7 out of 10 trades. What can you call yourself? Profitable, someone said. Successful, someone said. Super student, a winner, a rock star, rich. Dale, that was actually the answer I was looking for. I was looking for that answer.
No. Disclaimer. Disclaimer.
Rich.
Disclaimer. No.
And Muhammad says wealthy. That's a little bit more refined way of saying it. For Dale, rich. So 7 out of 10 is an excellent winning ratio for
money bags, Rod Smith says.
Vivian says winner, winner, chicken dinner. Right? Awesome. So guys, subscribe to EX8. It's only going to get better and better, but those trade ideas are winning right now. Or as they say in Texas,
right now.
Right now.
All right. I'm Texan.
You are a Texan.
Man, I've been here 3 years.
You've been here 3 years. I've been here since 2004, and I'm still in New York. That's right. Yeah, we're kind of like that.
Whoa! Superstar Power promo. We have a winner.
We do.
Jackie and Jayla Pippins. So awesome. They are superstar achievers, and they have qualified every single time. They qualified Superstar Achiever before it was in place.
Right.
So how do you qualify for the Superstar Power promo? So it's the top 2 Superstar Achievers, and you've got to qualify 4 times at Superstar Achiever, and then it's the 2 with the most frontline Star Achievers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're a top enroller, which we're going to get to,
mm-hmm.
the top 2 enrollers are going to be recognized as well.
Mm-hmm.
So what do they get, T. Gray? They get featured on Top Gun Spotlight.
They get pub.
They get featured on iBoom Hub blog.
MoPub.
They get featured in Business for Home, typically reserved for the diamonds, but Jackie and Jayla are diamonds, and they've been featured on there as diamonds.
Pubalicious.
Okay, so
There you go.
here we go. So Superstar Power promo, get rocking, folks. Become a Superstar Achiever or become a top enroller.
I hate that the comments go away because I wanted to go back to, I think it was Danielle Harvey said.
Yeah.
She said, let me get that app so I can get my story.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's what
Danielle.
I'm talking about. You say
Right on.
There we go. All right.
Okay. Travel and Trade gets you paid.
Travel and Trade gets you paid. This is a fun promo. It's our most fun promo ever because we became Travel and Trade focused, and now it's starting to permeate everything that we do. And so here's this Travel and Trade promo. We started it at Accelerate. It goes through the end of this month. And what can you win?
They can win. So first of all, you got to be an Elevate subscriber.
True.
Okay. Got to be an
True.
Elevate
Got to
subscriber.
be an Elevate subscriber.
Now, here's the thing.
Ooh.
1 grand prize, a value of $4,000. Okay. So here's what happened this past week. I'm going to tell you something
that I don't know.
That you don't know.
Because I don't know. I have no idea what he's about to say.
Yeah. So Anna told Mr. Bugs that we had a trading computer at the office. And that was for this contest. And he said, oh, hey, can I have that trading computer? So Anna took the trading computer to Mr. Bugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
We're going to get another trading computer.
Yeah.
I'm like, or if you don't want the trading computer, you can get a MacBook Air.
No.
Yeah.
You got to get a trading computer.
You got to get a trading computer.
You got to get a trading computer.
Yeah.
This guy, I mean, the trading computer is sick.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it this way. Mr. Bugs.
Yes.
Who has been trading.
Yes.
And winning.
God.
To a degree that we cannot speak of.
Yeah.
Because
we were downstairs learning from him yesterday.
Right.
About how he trades.
About how he's elevating.
Oh,
right. And so if you don't have an Elevate subscription and you are not learning how to trade, you are missing out.
You are missing out.
But this man who has everything, who can get everything, saw that trading computer, was like, I have to have that.
Yeah.
You got to have one.
You do.
You got to have one.
Okay.
All right.
So we've got the travel part of it, which is a 7-night stay at a resort in Mexico. Or a cruise, a 4-day cruise.
Is it 4 or 5?
It's 4.
Okay.
Yeah, 4-day cruise. So
was it 5 days or 4 nights?
4 days.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right, 5 days.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, 5 days, 4 nights.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. So, but you can choose. Oh, you can't.
No,
choose.
you can't choose.
You can't
We're
choose.
choosing.
We're choosing.
Right.
So now there's 5 travel victory packs. Those are $2,000. So the trip is worth $2,000.
That's right.
The trading computer is worth $2,000. So that's how we get to 4, and that's how we get to 2. So 5 victory travel packs. Now, how are those winners going to be chosen? By a random drawing. How do you get into random drawing, and how do you qualify First, you need to get 2 new ambassadors and 5 new customers.
Mhm.
That qualifies you. And then
Mhm.
what we do is every new ambassador or every new customer you get, your name goes in the hat. Okay.
That's right.
Now,
By the way, David Romero has shown up to flight school. Welcome to class, brother. And you need to apologize to everybody for being late. I love you, David. Just teasing.
all right.
Just teasing. Yes, Tom, we will
Yes.
be using the
We're
randomizer.
gonna be using the randomizer.
We will be using the
Yeah,
randomizer.
David Romero, haha, ouch.
Love you, bro. Just kidding. Just kidding.
All right. All of these people have qualified.
Yes.
And this is the top 10.
This is the top 10. Now, you'll notice it looks like the numbers are out of order,
Yeah.
but they're not, because at this particular moment, Carolyn Kusin is the top enroller, and that's an automatic, right? So if you're the top enroller, it's an automatic. Now, I do have a caveat, and the caveat is this. When we do the final, here's what we are going to check. We're going to go back and we're going to check everyone's Elevate subscription. So if there's anybody on this list that doesn't have an Elevate subscription, and we know Christopher Taffa does,
Yes.
right? Then they
gosh.
come off the list. The second thing that we're going to check is we're going to check to make sure that all these new ambassadors are coach or higher. Coach or higher, okay? And we're going to, of course, rank them by first class and all that kind of stuff. So we'll get into some deep analysis to make sure that we have a proper first place winner, since that's an automatic and a really, really, really big prize. Now, everybody else, you got entries in the drawing, right? Look at it this way. Renew and Christopher have their name in the drawing 21 times, right? So that's cool, because that increases your odds of winning. Now, you only need to be in there one time to win, because we're only going to pull, each name one time. But obviously, having more times increases your odds, right? Okay. But check out the next one.
Yeah.
No, let's give these guys some spotlight.
Okay.
Carolyn, Renew, Christopher, Caroline. I think we said it at the same time, bro.
Yeah.
Rashonda, Juliet, Fire Your Boss.
Philip, Quentin, Edgar, Forrest, Lonnie.
and Lonnie. Congratulations on being in the top 10. And the odds forever be in your favor. Now, I wanted to do this week.
Yeah.
Because when we were compiling the numbers,
Yeah.
we saw that so many of you are close.
Yes.
And we want to make sure that you knew that you were close. So, for example, Tierre Edwards, you've already surpassed the ambassador requirement. You just need one more customer to get your name in there, not just one time, but 3 times, right? Because he'll be in once, and then you'll get 2 more for the extra 2 ambassadors. So you'll actually be in the drawing 3 times, Tierre, by getting 1 customer right now.
Ooh,
right?
I see some diamonds on
Abiel,
Yeah.
Diamond Abiel. And I've been seeing him put his enrollments and customers in the diamond chat.
What?
2 customers are all you need, Abiel, to go in the drawings one time.
So we got Diamond sponsoring. We got Jake. We got Shannon. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
What, Shannon? What? He's got
Shannon
7
Gibbs?
new ambassadors?
Shannon.
What?
Man, Shannon, get out there and get 4 Elevate customers real quick, man. He's going to have, that's going to give him 1. That's going to get you in the deal 6 times, bro. 6 times in the drawing.
Wow.
Way to go.
That's great.
Jake,
Holton.
UK. Come on, Jake.
Yeah.
You need 4 customers, man. That's it. 4 customers. That's going to get you in the drawing 5 times.
Yeah.
5 times. So you guys see how this is working? So we want to encourage you guys that are close. It's halfway through the month. It's the 16th. We're starting the second half of the month. You got plenty of time to get this did.
Get this did.
Yep.
All right.
Look at this. Congratulations to all of our top recruiters.
That's it.
Why are we celebrating these people?
Because they are top recruiters.
They're out there getting it done.
Getting it done.
They're doing the thing that needs to be done right now, which is new people in the family.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Good stuff.
You know what I'm excited about? Marianne Schutz still enrolling. She was a top recruiter, I think, a couple of months ago. And we didn't look at top recruiter last month. I'm sure she was at least in the top 5 or 10. And here she is. She's got 5 new people already this month. Way to go.
Good stuff.
right? You know what that's all about? That's about leadership. Guess what team she's on?
Who's?
Diamond Desi and Diamond Darren.
Nice.
Right? They are leading the pack in enrollments and new energy. So I just want to congratulate those two diamonds. Wait, they are carrying the flag.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. So you know who's making a run?
Who's making a run?
Christopher Toffa.
Christopher Toffa.
Yeah, Christopher Toffa. So I talked to him on Flight School or
Okay.
on Top Gun Spotlight
Okay.
the other week, and he's making a run, bro. He is making it happen. You know how many people he has in his Tongan study group? His
How many?
Tongan Elevate study group.
How many?
300.
I'm changing his name.
What are you going to call him?
Christopher Elevate Toffa. Yes.
Congratulations, Christopher. Woo.
All right.
All right.
And look, Diamond Desi's on there. She's had 5 personal enrollments already.
What?
Right?
Desi?
Jackie and Jalen were on the other list.
Yep.
I mean, our diamonds are after it.
All right.
Way to go.
Good stuff. Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
That was horrible. Okay. March 19th through April 30th. He liked it. Did anybody else like it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So,
Andy Varela liked it. Thank you, Andy. Or are you laughing with me or at me? Oh.
all right. So, welcome back. This promo is what?
Romero. Can someone pick up that note that was dropped?
Nice day.
Special event. And on Thursday, so that event starts on Friday. On Thursday in Cancun, we are hosting the first ever Boom Foundation Invitational Charity Golf Tournament. Yes, we have 4 foursomes hosted by none other than your amazing CEO and founder, Holton Bugs, your Black Diamond, Johnny Wimbrey, your VP of Marketing, Mark Kithcart, and your incredibly amazing and handsome VP of Operations, T. Gray. And so we're going to have a lot of fun. $1,000 and the proceeds beyond the green fees and club rentals go to the Boom Foundation to feed the kids. Now, here's the thing, a couple of things. Number one, okay, if you want to play, you got to let us know. And we didn't put that on here. How do they let us know? Marketing?
Yes.
Marketing at iboomerang.com. You got to send us an email that says charity golf tournament, I want to play. But here's the deal. You can't be like a brand new golfer who's never played before, because then we'll get kicked off the course. Okay. So this is not a good time for it to be your first ever golf experience. Okay. So if you play, you don't have to be great, but you got to at least be able to swing a club. And we're going to do a shotgun and a scramble and all that kind of fun stuff. Now, for those that
Johnny says Team Wimbrey.
Team Wimbrey. Here we go. It starts already, right? But if you just want to donate, that's awesome. That's fantastic. You can do that too. This is going to be fun, and there will be some video footage of this. There will be at the boot camp event itself that I'm sure will be incriminating to some people.
Darren Gibson says Top Golf count.
Darren Gibson says, does Top Golf count? Oh my God. Janice says she doesn't want to play, but she wants to drive the cart. This is going sideways real quick.
It is.
Real quick. Pat Pamplin says, when I swing the club, you have to duck. Whoa.
Okay, you're not playing.
And David Romero says, putt-licious.
I'm
I'm
okay.
done.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So there are at this moment,
16 spots.
9 spots remaining.
Oh, 9 spots.
9 spots remaining.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All
right. Johnny Wimbrey says his cart will have a full bar and dancers. So you guys can kind of get the feel of what's going to be happening this particular day. Right. So
I want to golf with John.
Get your own bar and dance.
Oh, okay.
Because this is now becoming a competition of who has the most fun foursome. Right. Johnny, I'm coming for you, bro.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Marketing at iboomerang.com if you want to play. Here we go. All right.
Okay.
We are now being supervised. Our boss just walked in with like a clipboard and a pad, and at the top it said evaluation.
You're all fired.
We just got fired. We got fired. But you know what?
We're rehired.
You know what, HB? Like they said in that Broadway show, and I'm telling you, I'm not going.
You can't go.
You gotta make sure you're the best boss
I ever knew. This is the most I've ever grown. No way. Telling you no way. I'm leaving without you.
What is happening right now?
Mark doesn't know.
Mark is like, what are they talking about?
Oh.
I don't want to be free.
I don't want to be free.
I'm
staying. I'm staying. And you're gonna hire me.
What just happened?
This is why we don't do flight school in the studio, because you never know what's gonna happen.
Okay. I want to see that again. And you need to come around the camera. All right.
Oh my God.
All right.
Guess
So-
what? Somebody said, poor Mark.
Yeah.
Mark's like,
What the hell? Just
I
turned
didn't-
into a
I didn't
musical.
get this memo.
It's like it turned into a musical.
All right. HB&T. All right. Okay.
That's right, Tawana. We're getting close. She said the champ is coming.
Yeah.
The champ is in the building.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So you can book your rooms now. iboomevents.com. iboomevents.com. We've got a room block. Go to iboomevents.com and book your room. What's in the coffee, Janice with a Y says? Yes.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
Don't ask. All right. Here's something about the rooms. Okay. The rooms, I know Nina already. She says no availability for my dates. You have to book the dates of the event. Okay. And then you contact the hotel, and we're gonna put these instructions on iBoom Events.
Yeah.
You contact the hotel for the days that you want to stay before and after, and they'll book them at the same rate. So that's how that works. Okay. So Nina, try it again. Make sure you book your room for the dates of the event, and then you can go back and you can expand those dates. All right.
Cool. Good stuff.
Okay.
Moving on. Okay. Do not be that guy or girl that waits until the last minute and pays $2.99. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Special pricing, special early bird pricing ends tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Sunday night. It's going to go up from $1.99 to $2.99. I wanted to hey, can we do $2.29? No, $2.99. $2.99, he said.
And $2.99 is still a discount.
Yeah, it is. You know what? I wanna say this. Tammy Clayton said at Accelerate, this training was worth at least $20,000.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Let me tell you what, guys, I'm trying to do this without making an income claim. But
You're fired.
See, I'm fired before I start. He's scratching my evaluation form over there is just scribbled all up over there. He's like, you put an unhappy face on a sad face. But when I met Holton back in 2004, I was in a financial death spiral. Okay. And with what I learned from being coached and mentored, well, let's just put it this way. My income within 18 months was definitely in the top 1% of network marketers. Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna stop right there and just say that $2.99. Come on, guys. That's nothing. But if you're smart, you go ahead and buy your ticket for $1.99 before midnight tomorrow.
Yeah. And the other thing too is you can ask questions.
Dale Boudreaux says no income claims, just say rich.
Rich! Disclaimer. Melissa is you're fired.
Melissa is in. She's burst into flames already.
So you can ask Mr. Bugs questions, and he will give you the answer. So if you have questions, come with your questions. It's going to be a 2-day event. Okay, we're going to go from 6 o'clock on Friday night to whenever. And then on Saturday, we're going to go from 9 until 5.
Why are we stopping? Why don't we just go straight through? Make it a sleepover. Never mind. I apologize for planting that seed. You remember all those times after the briefing on Thursday, HB, when we'd be at, what was that restaurant here in Houston? Mama's. We'd be sitting at Mama's, falling asleep at the table at 4 a.m. Taking notes like this.
Right.
Sleep.
No, we were actually there waiting for Mama to come.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
you know
man.
what? I wasn't here for that.
You were,
No.
yeah, because you were in Cali.
I was in Cali, but we did it in Cali.
You did?
Yeah,
That's right.
We did it in Cali.
Wow,
Right.
Virginia Williams, Facebook. That's right. Some people pay $1,200 to $1,300 for an iPhone.
Yeah.
So $2.99, it's a slice of pie.
Yeah.
Way to go, Virginia. That's what she
Nice.
said. Slice of pie.
Awesome. Hey, we've got an event in the Czech Republic.
You already know it's going down.
Dude, it is going down. April 30th. It is going down. Mr. Wimbrey, Mr. Hunt,
And the Schmakeout Brothers.
Oh man, they are going to host. And you know what? When they host an event, they have 300 plus people there.
They know how to do it.
If you're within 3,000 miles of the Czech Republic, get there.
Yes. Way to go.
Nice.
You know that
All
event's
right.
going to be fire
All
with
right.
J-Dubs in the house.
Hey, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready to go?
Oh, hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh, I gave him a little glimpse.
You get him a little glimpse?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
And
I'm going to stop
this
sharing.
is not the normal setup
We're
over
going
here.
to stop sharing.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
What is your profession? What is your profession? This is where we hold them. What is your profession? This is where we fight. So retreat. So surrender. So retreat.
So we're live now?
You are
I
live.
am live. I'm live. I'm live. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I've got my background singers. One needs a little help. Okay. He missed rehearsal for the last 30 years the song has been out?
Yeah, he doesn't know the song.
He's been out, he needs to come to rehearsal. He's missed rehearsal. And one he's been working on his vocals but it's all good. So I told him I told him I'm starting a new music group. Okay. And I know sometimes you guys I want you to take your CEO very serious. And so I'm starting a new music group. And if you heard Mark and T. Gray have been talking about my trading lately, right?
Disclaimer alert.
Disclaimer alert, right? And I didn't even know I took somebody's laptop. Anna, I told her, I said, I need a trading laptop because I've never traded from a laptop. And you know why I need the laptop? I don't need it to trade. I need it so that I can actually get the printout of all of my trades. That's all I need it for. That's what I need it for, not to trade. I've never traded on a computer, don't even know how yet. And I've only used this little mobile phone device here, this mobile phone device right here. I just go on there and do my trades on here. I've got one indicator that's on there, the cloud, and I trade from there. So it's been, I've been having a pretty good month. The Elevate group.
Pretty good
Month?
It's been
How about an incredible 4 days?
Yeah, it's been an incredible 4 days. I can say that some of my days have been a career earnings for some people. Some of my days have been 10 years worth of earnings for some people.
When you said career earnings, I thought you meant like LeBron.
I know that the Elevate group has been wondering, why doesn't HB send any more results? I would normally send some stuff to the group to kind of inspire them. And I had to stop because I didn't want to ruin them. And I said, you know what? I don't know if they could really could they handle those results? I didn't think so. So I was like, let me stop it. Let me, and maybe if I have a real bad day, I'll send those out there in the group. Yeah. And I know Kendrick's out there like, no, bring it on. I know Dr. Marike's out there like, bring it on, right? But maybe should I send them and just let them know, give them a little snippet in that group chat so that people know what it's like to be in a group chat? Whenever I say, listen, qualify to be in the group, should I send them and let them know a little bit? Should I send it to them, T. Gray?
Yeah, do it.
Actually, what about Mark?
Do it.
I have to I have to check with compliance. I know Melissa's going to say
we're both going to get in trouble for this.
Yeah, I think I'm going to probably get in trouble for Melissa.
Yeah.
But here's what
she's gonna turn off your back office.
She's gonna turn my back office off.
Yeah.
So here's what I've been doing in the morning, and I never will say I figured something out. I study my buns off. Okay, I study my buns off, and what I mean by that is Elevate. It has brought, if you allow it to, Elevate has brought a level of awareness and attention to a sector that everyone on this call can participate in if you choose to. And that's what this call really is going to be about today. And you'll understand. I want you to take the name of just the course that we have. It's called Elevate. Elevate, right? And I want you to pay attention to the logo because some of you don't understand what it is that you have access to. Mark, pour me some water. Hold on for a second. I'm trying to talk and drink and swallow and think at the same time. Give me a napkin real quick, please.
Yeah. And it's you're joking because you know you're about to say something that's going to get us all in trouble.
Oh, I have a napkin right here. There we go. Maybe that's a sign that I shouldn't post it out into the Elevate group.
It's the Lord saying don't do it.
Let me see what. Let me check my Elevate chat. Project 10 chat. You know what? I'm not going to send it. Nobody in Project 10 has even made a comment. No, not going out. It would have inspired them. I can tell you that. No, don't text me now. No, don't text me now. No, don't text me now. What was the last event that we had? Accelerate. Okay. And when we did the last boot camp, what did I tell them? You got one opportunity.
One chance.
Okay. How many times do I have to do that training? That you've got one chance to make yourself a superstar. You got one opportunity, right? And then the last event I gave the guy I gave him $200 or something like that for getting the most number. And then when I said it again, everybody said, "Oh, now I'll do it." Guys, listen, life does not continue to give you second chances. If you happen to get a second chance, that's a great thing, but there's no third chances. There's no fourth chances. You've got to understand where you are, and you've got to dig in at that moment. And that's one of the principles of success that successful people have that unsuccessful people don't. We look sometimes at the environment and we look at our world and we're sometimes wondering, why isn't it happening for me? It's happening around you. It's all happening around you. And how many of you have ever been somewhere where you see everybody else winning in the same bowl that you're in the same ocean that you're swimming in, and you find yourself drowning while everybody else is swimming and excelling? It's not the water. It's not the waves, because they're under the same waves as you are. Sometimes you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, it's you. But anyway, what I was saying is this. I want you to take a look at what's behind me. I want you to just look at this. Look at the logo for a second. Let me back it out of the way here. Okay. Now, Mark and the team put a lot of thought into the name, into the logo, and trust me, when we come up with a name for a product or a company, we take it very seriously, and they put a lot of thought into it. Okay, and it's elevate. All right. Now, when we talk about elevate, we're talking about being able to ascend, it's all about increase, as Johnny's favorite saying is, say increase, right? So it's like say elevate. So we're talking about increasing. Now, if you look at the last part of the logo, what's the ceiling? What's the cap on how much you can elevate or increase? There is none. It's infinity. It's infinity. So we're not talking about your trading only, because your trading is going to be a direct representation of your emotional and mental stability and growth. That's what it is. If you're losing in trading, it's because you're going through a personal growth test at that moment. I'm not saying that you can't turn it around and win. You can. One of the things I can share with you is that my biggest trading results have come right after or short time after my biggest losses. I was talking to my son yesterday, and we had a conversation about a deal that he lost. It was a $5 million deal that was on the table, and he lost the deal, and he was bitter about it. And I told him, hold on for a second. He says, no, you got to look at this from my perspective. And I say, no, I don't have to look at it from your perspective, Trey. I don't. Why don't you have to look? You don't know what it's like to be me. I'm like, I know what it's like to be you 100 times that I've lost $5 million deals. This is your first $5 million deal on the table. So I don't have to look at it from your perspective. I've lived your perspective 100 times. I say, so you don't need to get bitter, you need to get better. So I want you to look at this opportunity and say, how and what can I learn from the loss of a $5 million deal so that I'm ready for the next $50 million deal? Because if you're bitter and you come away with the loss only, personal growth and development didn't take place, and you will never rebound from it, and you'll always have resentment, and you will always go back and remember the loss. So I'm trading, and I've told a few of the people, I'm sitting up there trading, and I'm trading, and this is a while back. I'm having some wins, and doing pretty good. This is a while back, and the next thing you know, I got exposed. My lack of study, my lack of understanding got exposed, and I started hoping instead of trading. I got out of character, I got out of strategy, and I'm sitting there hoping, and now it's 3 a.m. and I'm still hoping. And I call up one of my trading mentors and say, hey, what would you do in this scenario? And he tells me what he would do in this scenario. And instead of listening, I was still hoping. And he said, weather it out, have patience. And I'm like, okay. And it drops down a little bit more, it actually increases, but my negative goes down a little bit more and a little bit more. And about 3 a.m, I said, I can't take it anymore. Let me close out these trades. And I close out the trades, and I lose about $450,000 that day. And 1 minute after I close out the trade, it reverses and goes in the exact direction that he told me it was going to go. And I could have been around here spreading the news, I quit trading and I'm not going to trade anymore, and woe is me, and I suffered a loss, and this sucks, and Elevate is no longer elevating. The infinity is turned red, and it's going to the, it's going down. And I could have blamed, Ben, and I could have blamed all of our educators, and I could have just looked at him and said, you didn't tell me this, you didn't teach me this. And I could have called my mentor and said, hey, listen, why didn't you just take over my trading account and do it for? I could have done all of that. And that's what some of us have done. That's what some of you've done in terms of, when you trade, because you maybe you haven't studied enough. But I didn't. I came back to the office the next day, and I'm celebrating, and I'm showing T. Gray, and I'm showing Mark at the time, and Brian Green, and I'm sharing with them, guys, look, I want to tell you what kind of day I had yesterday. Lost 450 grand yesterday. Here's my plan. Here's what I'm going to do. So the joke around the office was I lost a Rolls Royce in a day. And what I told them is I'm going to learn a skill, and I'll go ahead and I'll buy a Rolls Royce with the skill from trading. Do you remember that?
Yes.
I never talked about how bad things were. 450,000 in a day of losing. Okay. And so, but I learned from it. And guess what? I had other losing days ever since then. Okay. These guys have lit up my Project 10 chat. I'm not sending y'all nothing. Nothing. I ain't like sending nothing to y'all. Right? Oh, you know, they got it. They have excuses now. They have reasons now. They said, well, we did it on flight school. So now I'm gonna tell you what's saving them. You know what's saving them? Somebody who lit up and probably has one of the best flight schools in flight school history is saving them. Tawana Houston came on she says, we did it on flight school. And if it wasn't for her coming on and lighting up flight school, I probably wouldn't send this, but I'm going to send you guys something so you guys see what the month of April has been like so far, right? I'm going to send it out here real quick. And
they're going to pass out.
And you know, and I would tell them don't share it, but they're networkers. They're going to lie and they're going to share it anyway, right?
That's right.
Right. That's what they're going to do. So, but anyway, and I got my boy Rod Smith on there. So between Rod and Tawana, I'm going to send it out.
While you're waiting for them to get that for us, Anthony Knight set 87% growth in his account this week.
87% growth in his account. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he's beating me percentage wise, right? He's close. Yeah, he's close to beating me, right? So, but anyway, so I didn't get bitter. What I did is I decided that I was going to get better, and I start focusing. And so, what some of the people in Project 10 are seeing is my focus and my study results. I wake up every morning at around about 4:45 a.m. in the morning. Okay, every morning, and between 4:45 and 7 o'clock, all I'm doing is I'm paying attention to what I'm paying attention to the specific market that I trade. And one of the things that I've learned, and I don't want to, and I want you to understand, I'm not the educator in terms of teaching you the fundamentals. Am I an educator? Absolutely, I am. And I had T. Gray, I had Mark here yesterday. They couldn't wait until I got back to show them a strategy that I use. And maybe one of these days over and maybe I may take a select group of people over in Cancun and show them, you know, but I'm going to set some parameters and kind of share some of that with them.
That's a good idea.
And kind of share some of these ideas of what it is that I'm doing. And I found a way specifically that I use that I can choose how much money I want to make, when I want to make it. And I found a way really, and I showed T. Gray this, I said, I found a way to trade, whereas I never lose a trade if I choose not to. I don't ever lose a trade. And I didn't know it was even possible. I didn't even understand anything about trading over a year ago. And now, you know, I can do it at will, but it's not because I do it just at will. I understand the psychology of what's going on. I have not mastered the market. I don't want to say that whatsoever. I have just paid attention. I've got my own style. I do it the way that works for me. I've learned from the educators on the fundamentals. That's their job. Their job is not to make you money. Okay, it's not. Their job is to teach you the fundamentals so that you can learn. And I want you to understand education, first of all. Education, okay, education is about equipping you with the knowledge. Okay, what you do with the knowledge now transfers into power. Okay, and then when you teach someone else, that's called empowerment. And so you're going to have to educate yourself, and some of you don't have as much time to put into the market to study as I do, but that's just kind of my personality. If I do something, I kind of go like all in. I don't do stuff halfway. And so probably for the last 9 months, I have never missed a morning of evaluating the market for at least 3 hours a day, early in the morning. And so that's what I do. Now, I don't know if 4 o'clock exists in where you live. 4 o'clock a.m. may not exist because you choose to get sleep at that time. And but I, running as busy of a schedule, I looked at my schedule running this major company and other companies that I own and run, and the things that I'm responsible for. I said, wow, I'm extremely busy and I don't have the time. I can't take away the time of running iBoomerang and running other main projects and take that time just looking at the market. So what did I do? I did what any successful person does. I made a trade-off. I sacrificed a few hours of sleep for learning how to be wealthier. And I know some of you, your sleep is so important to you. And that's where a lot of your wealth is as well, right there in your dreams. Because that extra 3 hours of laying there means so much to you. And it's one of the reasons why you'll never be wealthy. Now, you guys know I bring my boys on this call and they keep it. T. Gray bites his tongue a lot. Mark is right there always, in the middle. Mark is going to make you feel good. And you look at him, and you just can't do anything but smile. That's just who Mark is. But when I come on a call, I don't come on here to make you feel good. I don't come on here to make you feel bad. I come on here to give you the truth. And the reason I say that is because I watch the world of personal development. I watch the world of motivational or inspirational speakers. And I see that the majority of the people around the world, they tell you what you want to hear. I don't care about what you want to hear. Okay? That doesn't matter to me. I tell you what the real results are, because the market is the same for me as it is for you. Okay? The market's the same for me as it is for you. There's no difference. The market doesn't pay attention and says, uh-oh, HB's in the market. We better let him win. No, the market was eating me alive in the very beginnings. Actually, not in the very beginnings, in the middle. Because my first week of trading, I think, I can tell you this, guys, it's all about your own mental picture. I was trading in lot sizes that I didn't even know those were large lot sizes. And it was I got to tell you this here, and I'll share this with you. It was somebody in one of our chats, in the Project 10 chats, that brought it to my attention. They made a comment, wow, look at those lot sizes. And that's what, honestly, that's what messed me up. Because sometimes you can be winning and not even know how big you're winning until somebody tells you. And then you shrink down to the size of winning that you think is appropriate for you. It's the same story as the hummingbird. It's the same story as the bumblebee. Aerodynamically, when you take a look at the physiology of a bumblebee and the size of the body, and you take a look at the mass of the wings of the bumblebee, how thin they are, how small and fragile that the wings are. And if you take a look at the hummingbird, and you look at the size of the body and you look at the wings of a hummingbird, aerodynamically, they are not supposed to be able to fly. You can't physically make a plane out of the same material, density, and mass size, and make an object fly using it designed as a bumblebee or of the physiology of a hummingbird. It's physics doesn't allow it. But there's one fact that does not exist, or it does exist. It actually does exist. Can't be a fact that doesn't exist. The fact does exist, right? Here's the fact that does exist. The hummingbird nor the bumblebee, neither of them can read. And if they were in a group chat and somebody told them your wings are too small to fly, hummingbirds will drop right out of the sky, bumblebees will crawl on the ground, but they can't read. they've never allowed anyone to come into their psyche and tell them what they are doing is impossible or it's way above what they should be doing. And therefore, bumblebees continue to fly. Therefore, hummingbirds continue to fly. And guess who else can choose to fly if they wanted to? You can. Just like you can read what you can't do, and more people are more susceptible to being conditioned about what they can't do versus what they can do. If there were two state of facts that I listed on the left page, one state of facts are things that are impossible for you to do, things that you shouldn't be able to do. And I put on the right side of the paper things that you can do and things that you should do. 99% of the people would actually fall into the column believing the things that they can't do. And both of them are nothing but directives and words. And your subconscious, your brain, doesn't recognize emotions. It only recognizes signals. That's it. You give it a command, and its job is to perform it. And that list of negative commands, because we have been conditioned with what's not possible, we've been conditioned with what's too much. How many times have people, you heard me tell you, how many times do people tell me, you're going to work yourself to death? Why are you working so hard? Sometimes you got to, you've got to take some time to go smell the roses. I don't like the smell of roses. Why do I have to smell freaking roses, T. Gray? I don't like the smell of them. You ever listen to Outkast, what he says roses smell like?
Don't do it.
I'm not going to say it, but Outkast, Andre 3000 told you what roses smell like, and it's true. I don't like the smell of roses, but we listen to that, and it's permeated through generation. If I work too hard, something's going to happen. Tell that to Elon Musk, who sold his house because he said, why should I live in a house? I'm working at my office all the time. And I'm just going to stay at my office. And became the richest man in the world. Not about the money. It's not necessarily about the money, but it's about the impact. It's about fulfillment. It's about purpose. It's about destiny. It's about destination. But it's so easy to buy out of the left-hand column. Why? Because it's what you're used to. And everybody's sitting on this Zoom right now. All of you are talking about what it is that you really want. You make a list of goals of all the things that you say that you really want. And I've got to be honest and tell you, I know I hadn't been on our flight school in so long. You really don't want that. You don't want it. It would be nice to have it, but you don't want it. It would be so nice to one day be debt-free, but you don't want to be debt-free. Well, no, Holton, you don't understand. I really want it. No. I do understand. Why? I've been there. You're like my son right now. You can't relate to my problems. I've had your problems. Well, no, you don't really understand. When I was 6 years old, my dad called me this, or when I was 4 years old, my mom called me this, and you didn't go through that. So what? You're not 6 years old anymore. You're not 4 years old anymore. You're an adult. And what I'm saying is I have a chance to be around, I've had a chance to be around probably every personality type and all types of people around the world. Those who are just down and out and having a very rough time. And I have empathy. Why? I've been there. those who are just rebounding, getting on their feet, I've been there. I've been there in desperation, $250,000 in debt, 45 days away from foreclosure, house about to go into foreclosure, car being repossessed, no money whatsoever, just out, done. Been there. I've been there. Okay. Ladybug, she's been there, having to sell jewelry on the side of the road just to make ends meet, having trade in a stroller on a street corner in Houston in a parking lot, 12 hours a day. It's African hot in Houston in July in a parking lot. Parking lots there's one thing common about parking lots. There's no shade because there's no trees. And you're sitting outside and she's got Trey in a stroller. And I'm sitting there and I've got furniture outside. She's got jewelry outside and she has to cover it up because the jewelry gets too hot when customers try it on, it burns them. Hoping somebody stops their car, come over. That was us, the peddlers on the side of the road. That was the weekend gig. And during the weekday, I'm working full-time job. So I don't want to hear, well, you don't know how tough it is. I don't want to hear, well, something happened, had a health issue. Been through that as well. I'm not going to give you my sob story because that's what many of you will want to hear and relate to. You can relate to sob stories, but can you relate to overcoming? Learn how to relate to overcoming. So what I'm telling you is the marketplace for success is it caters to the person who makes a better choice. Last event, we talked about choices and chances. And I'm not going to go through that. Every day you wake up, you have a choice and you have a chance. You have a chance to have a better life that day. At the end of the day, when 11:59 and 59 seconds click, all of today's progress represents what your choices were. I chose to wake up at 4 something in the morning. I used to wake up late. I used to go to bed late and I used to wake up late. Yeah, I did pretty well. I start talking to some other people that I'm in now close association to. When I wanted to get to a different level, I wanted a bigger impact. I wanted to leave a bigger mark on this world. And I'm noticing they're saying, hey, I'll give you a call at 5. Let's have a call at 5:30. And I'm sitting there thinking, what do you mean 5:30 p.m.? They're like, no, a.m. That's when some of the real conversations are had. Why? No distractions. We know that the rest of the world who will never choose to live the way we live, we know that's the time they're sleeping. Now, I know some of you are going to start waking up, setting your alarm clock at 4 o'clock so you can get on social media, and then you'll be able to post, guess what time I wake up, and start scrolling. No, I'm not saying getting up early at 5 o'clock in the morning so you can do social media or so you can say that you're up. You've got to have a purpose for your life. Got to have a purpose. I was talking to somebody who's on fire right now, somebody who's got the eye of the tiger right now, and I'm loving the habits that I see. And Darren Gibson, one of our diamonds, Darren Gibson, he's at bed, probably 9:30, he's done. But he's up at 5 o'clock. Whatever he's doing, it's working. It's working. Groups on fire. And when they get on fire, we talked yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Hey, man, listen, you've already lit the fire. Group's on fire. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come and pour gasoline on it. Where is it that I could go? Who's got the biggest fire blazing? Because I'm going to that area, Darren, and I'm going to put gasoline on what you guys have already done. Then there's other groups that are, HB, we need your help. Nobody's on fire. Could you come light a fire? I don't light anybody's fire. It's not my job, not my responsibility. You light the fire. I'm the gasoline guy. I am the gasoline guy. High octane gasoline. People's like, you're gonna pour gasoline? Do you know how expensive gasoline is right now? Yeah, I'm gonna blaze that fire, right? But you've got a choice. And remember what I'm saying, guys, this is not about waking up early in the morning. This is about choices. It's specifically to our Project 10 group. Why do I sit there and why do I post, some of the posts that I've been posting before? And I stopped because the daily posts, the daily profits on my trades now are just, they're just they're insane. So I'm like, no, but I post it because I want you guys to grow. Grow. My money's in the market, so is yours. Grow. Let Elevate have the students who have the biggest growth of accounts, not necessarily just for, listen, guys, I want you to understand this. I am proud to represent our percentages. When I'm hearing that you got a consistent 15% a month, 20% a month, gentlemen, 87% for the month so far, or however length of time that is, I love that. I love it. Here is the next step that I want you to grow into. I want your dollar amount of gain to be just as impressive as your percentages. I'm not sending a confused signal here, and I'm not belittling what you've accomplished. I'm glad that we are mastering the percentages. Why did I create Elevate? I created Elevate because I wanted to be able to empower other people to be financially independent on their own and have the ability to create wealth for their families. Period. End of story. As a distributor in network marketing, my goal has always been, you can ask Mark and T. Gray way back, my goal was always, I want you to have a 6-figure monthly income and 5 separate entities outside of what we do in network marketing. Why? Because I have been in this industry for a long time. And one of the things that I've watched network marketers make so much money out of their comp plan, and they're broke sometimes 5 years after the company has a hiccup. And what I said is, not on my watch. I will produce and equip and educate leaders who will be the wealthiest people, period, who got their start from network marketing. Will 100% of the money come from? No, they won't. One of my mentors, 2 of them became billionaires. Dexter Yeager, Bill Brick. One was a city manager. He was making $33,000 a year when he got involved in network marketing. One was a beer truck driver. He was making about $8,000 a year when he got started in network marketing. I know $8,000 sounds like it was, well, it was. That was way back in the 60s when he got started. They both became multi-billionaires. 95% of their wealth came outside of what they did in network marketing. Out of the comp plan, neither of them ever earned more than $3 million in a year. Out of the comp plan. Never. So where did I learn this? I learned that the wealth is not only from the comp plan. The comp plan gets you started. The comp plan, and I tell people, iBoomerang's job is not to create wealth for you. iBoomerang's job is to pay you. I've designed a compensation plan that has the capacity to pay $1 million a week in income. This is why I'll tell you, some of you who say you want to be debt free, you don't want it. Why? Because the opportunity to get it is right here. And you know it's available to you. The things that you really want are the things that you really put the work on. The things that you really want are the things that you put focus into. When you really want to be in shape, we'll find you in the gym. When you really want to be in shape, we won't find you at the snack table. We won't find you at the dessert bar, 5 days, 6 days a week. Hey, where's such and such? Oh, you know what? She's at the gym. You don't ever have to say, I want to be in shape. You're showing that you want to be in shape based off of your actions. You really want to be debt free? We won't find you financing things that you can't afford, that you don't have the money for. We won't find you trying to impress other people with the things that you buy that you don't even want. Yeah, I really want to be debt free. Hey, have you looked at, Joe? Man, Joe hadn't bought a new car in 6 years. But he's talking about all this increase that he's making from Elevate. You know what? That shows me Joe's looking to be debt free. But let me see you posting every little thing that you borrow. And you want to do an Instagram, and every single thing is new, but you're still working a job, but you've got the most expensive purses, you've got the most expensive watch, you've got the best car rentals, you're flexing like you're on a private jet. Maybe it was on the ground and you got in there and took a picture and they got back off the plane. I see people do that all the time. They'll pay $500 to get an Instagram photo in a private jet that never leaves, just so they can go and flex. You probably don't want to be out of debt. Oh, I want to retire early. Are you investing? I talked about it at our last event. Do you have an investment account or do you have a savings account? I can tell you right now, as I said, and as I talked about in our last event, it is my personal responsibility. We have made it our personal responsibility to make sure that the people around us develop wealth. And I can tell you right now, I'm proud of what I'm seeing with regard to those people who are around us. Very proud of it. But you're going to have to make some decisions as to, do I really want what it is that I say that I want, or would it be a good idea if I had it? Would it be a good idea if I had it? And so I just want you to just think of the value system of being able to now reformulate your priorities in order of things that would be a good idea to have, things that I really want, or change your habits. Change your habits, whereas you can get into a mode of not kidding yourself about the direction that you're taking your life and your family's life. Okay. What is it that you really are committed to? Let's get rid of the wants and let's talk about what are you committed to. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write this down right now. I want you to write down that I am going to alter my vocabulary. This right here is going to change and impact many of you. And the way you're going to do it is this. Anytime you're talking about the future, with your family, your spouse, your kids, your business partners, your upline, your success team, whoever it may be. Stop telling everybody what you want. And I want you to replace the word with committed to. Committed to. Change the word want and replace it with committed to. Instead of I want more money, I am committed to earning more money. Because what's going to happen is you're now sending a signal to your subconscious to program yourself to be committed. And what's going to happen is you will not fake yourself out. You can lie to a lot of other people. And what we post sometimes helps us lie because we don't have to be accountable to it. As soon as somebody hits one like, now they justify the lie that you're living. 2 likes, 3 likes, 4 likes, 3 comments, 10 comments, and now what happens is the lie is justified and you continue down that pattern. Now, as soon as you talk about what you're committed to, you're going to be held accountable by your actions. And when your actions don't line up with what you say that you're committed to, you're going to become very uncomfortable and you're going to change. You may change your commitment or you may change your actions, but I promise you, you will not stay the same. So to our Project 10 group, to those out there who are to our elevators, I want you to get me clear. Hear me clearly. I gave you this example once. I'm sitting in Las Vegas at the casino, and I never forget, I'm sitting next to Nelly, and I'm playing blackjack. This is when Nelly was just hot. I'm at Planet Hollywood. We had an event. And I'm at Planet Hollywood. This is when Planet Hollywood had just come out. I'm sitting right next to Nelly at the blackjack table, Nelly and myself. We got the same dealer playing blackjack. Nelly's playing for $5,000 minimum per hand. I'm playing for $100 a hand at that time. $100 a hand, which was pretty big for me. We've got one dealer, one, not 2 dealers. They didn't have a special dealer for Nelly. They didn't have a separate dealer for me. We're sitting at the table and there's 6 people maximum that can be at a blackjack table. It happens to be me and Nelly. I'm not talking to him. He ain't talking to me. We say hello when I get to the table. I'm minding my own business, playing my hand. He's minding his business, playing his hand. What was the difference? Same cards, same rules, same game. And Nelly left there with about $50,000 in profit after a few moments. And I leave there maybe winning about 300. We both increased. What was the difference? The only difference was the level of courage between the 2 people. That's it. The level of courage. He went to the table saying, I'm coming here to win some money. I'm committed to putting my bet. I ain't scared. If I'm going to enter the game, I'm going to enter the game to win. I know there's a chance I could possibly lose, but I'm going to enter the game to win. I'm not going to take my time for $300 in gains. I'm coming here, boom. Less than an hour later, he's up 50 grand. He walks away from the table. Same cards. The education that you're learning in Elevate, same education. Same charts. Same signals. Same pips. Same market. Same news. Same analysis. Same fundamentals. What's the difference? I'm not here pushing you to put more money in the market. That's not what I'm doing. Don't look at this as doing this because I said do it. What I'm doing is I'm sharing with you how to have more courage. Keep the same percentage, but get wealthy. %98 of the people who go to Vegas, and I don't like equating Vegas to trading because I don't want you to think this is gambling, because we don't gamble. We have no control in Vegas. We have 100% control with what we do in Elevate. But 98% of the people go and they have a budget for how much money they're willing to lose. You know what? Hey, I've got $5,000 to lose. I've got 10 grand to lose. I've got 500 to lose. And they send a signal to their brain to make sure I max out my potential. That's why Vegas continue to build casinos. They don't build them because of the winners. They build them because of the losers. Same thing in the trading world. These brokerage firms are not built on winners. They're built on how many people say, you know what, here's my budget to lose. And that's why 98% of retail traders lose money. I go into the market every day and I say, in my first hour of trading, I am going to make enough to cover all of my monthly expenses my first hour of trading every day. I used to come to the market. Here's my budget. I changed my mentality. The market didn't change. I changed the way that I think. I said, why are there people who are getting extraordinarily rich and I'm just, here making $5,000, $10,000 a day? Something's wrong with this picture. Now, I know some of you saying $5,000, $10,000 a day. Well, that's a lot. To who? It's a lot to a person who's probably making 500 a day. It's not a lot to the person who's making $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, $5 million a day. But when I stepped it up, guess who else stepped it up? Daniel Camaro stepped it up. I'm only looking for one person. One person every time I post. I know the entire group is not going to step it up. The world is not meant for everybody to rise at the same time. I saw I send him my messages. I'm watching him. And he, man, you know what? I made $1,000 today. I'm making 500, and that was incredible. It's not the amount. I don't care about the amount. It's not about the amount. And I don't want you to feel bad if you're making $100 a day or $50 a day. I'm not saying that's not successful. What I'm saying is, how long are you going to stay in the first grade? Once you've learned your ABCs and you know how to put maybe 1 or 2 words together for the next 5 years, are you still going to focus on that small vocabulary, or are you going to elevate and increase? The name of our course is Elevate. It is not Sustainate, which means sustain. It is Elevate. It means you should be going higher. Your courage should be building every day. Each time that you get more education and you're more consistent, increase it. Kendrick, it's time for you to start making 10 grand a day. You're too good of a trader. And I'm saying this publicly because you're awesome, not because I'm not putting down your gains. I'm saying this because I know what your potential is. It is time. This time, by the end of the year, I don't want you trading on fake cigarette breaks. He talked about he goes out and trades, while everybody else takes cigarette breaks, he goes out and trades. He doesn't smoke, he trades. You're too good to be working for anybody else, period. Your skill set's too awesome. All we need to work on now, increase your courage every day, elevate your courage. The market's waiting for you to be 100 grand a day trader. The market's waiting on you. With what I just sent out, that's not a testament to my trading. You guys know the same thing I know. That's a testament to my courage. And this goes for each of you who are in our chat. Latanya, same thing. Courage. Let's increase it. Take the skill set, increase a little bit every day. Take a little bit more chances. You're not going to be perfect, but you know too much. You know something that you are more empowered than the people you work for. So why take that knowledge and not add courage to it and have a result that's going to impact people all over the world? You walking off that job because you're making 20, 30, 40, 50 grand a day and you're doing it in an hour, 2 hours, inspires way more people than what you're doing at your job right now. What you're doing at your job, is it important? Of course it's important. But you know the number of people that would be impacted when you say, hey, listen, here's a simple strategy that I use. I've learned this. I've got educated. I put my time in. I study. Takes time. That's all. A little bit of time. I started following a guy when I first started doing my own trades, and this was in the stock market. This is when the pandemic hit. I was following a guy, he was 24 years old. And Mark remembers, all I got to do is find out somebody's done it. It's over for me. Just somebody did it or somebody's thinking about doing it. Okay, it's done. And what's Cam's last name? I forgot his name. Yeah, last name. Yeah. But anyway, he's 24 years old. And he's trading stocks. And I started day trading after I started trading in the office when the pandemic hit. Start making some pretty decent profits. Then I found this guy on TikTok, and I'm watching this guy trade all day long in the stock market. And he started off with $1,000 account and took the $1,000 to $1 million in 90 days. Yeah. And then I watched every trade, watched him every day, listened to him every day. Every day at 7 o'clock, he'd go on YouTube and go back and talk through his trades of what he did, how he, what happened in the market. I'd watch him every day, wins, losses, wins, losses, wins. And then his goal was to take it from $1 million to $5 million. And then from 5 million to 25 million this year. I got so busy, I don't watch him anymore. I stopped watching him when he was at $17 million from $1,000 in his account. $1,000. He was trading in the same market I was trading in when I was trading stocks. Winston Churchill says, one person with courage is a majority. He was the majority. You know what everybody was saying on YouTube? Oh, his trades are fake and all of this stuff, and it's fake. Nobody can do that. It's impossible to make that type of money because I'm watching this guy make $250,000 in a day. I'm watching him make $300,000 a day. Then I'll watch him lose $500,000 in a day. And I saw he wasn't even phased. And then I watched the people who follow him. You know what they want? Oh, can I give you my money to trade? Instead of them, he says, nope, I won't trade your money, but I'll teach you what I'm doing. He trades nobody's money. It was him who inspired me to start Elevate. humble guy. You don't see him have a lavish lifestyle. I watch him buy his first house over in Seattle, Washington, right there on the cliff. And he showed the video of it, paid a couple $1 million cash for it. Did you see the house, Mark? Yeah, I saw the video of it. He wasn't bragging. He's just showing his students, hey, listen, you know what, hard work, studying and paying attention. Why can't it happen for you? He sells a package. I bought his package, went through his courses, learned how to read. That's how I actually learned how to go through charts and read charts. Every day he posts his results, every single day on YouTube. His name's Cam the Man. If you look up Cam the Man, I forgot his Cam Newell is his Newell. Yeah. Cam Newell is his name. Yeah. But that's on stocks, okay? But I'm telling you this. You can go watch him if you want. He's trading stocks. It's not about let me go find Cam. It's about I'm giving you a process as to what happened. Many of you guys, when we started the Elevate courses, I was so busy making sure that we could actually get Elevate up and running. I started with the courses. I registered day one with everyone. But the Project 10 group had a head start. I didn't even take the courses with them. I'm still right now on, I was telling Ben yesterday, I'm still on, I've only listened to one training on the cloud so far, one. But what I did do is I took what I have learned from the basics and I study it daily. I didn't expect to become a successful trader day one. I didn't expect that. And by the way, I'm talking about trading now because we just brought that up. This is not about trading. This is about iBoomerang. This is about your business. It's the same with iGo. I could take iGo right now, forget about everything else, and as a distributor, go build $1 million income just with iGo. It's about the principle of how you're going to program this. I want to be rich. In here, show me if you're committed. And remember, we said we're going to replace the word want. I'm committed to being wealthy. I want to see it in the chats. Only if you're committed, not that you want to. If you're committed to being wealthy, I want to see it in the chat. Don't do it to impress me because I've already made my commitment. My commitment is already there. And I know for some of you, it's probably very tough to type those words. Why? Because you feel like I got to be accountable now. I'm writing the word committed. It's easy to tell everybody what you want. Because what you want doesn't mean anything. It's what you're committed to. Now, at the same time, you don't have to write it in the chat if you don't want to. But how many of you have your ticket to boot camp? Because now this is how you check your commitment. Do you believe that a person who's committed to being wealthy won't be won't be at the place where I am going to unleash for 2 days a training specifically tailored to subjects I have never taught in a group setting before, because now I'm putting together a wealth building strategy for my people. What I mean, I'm talking about my iBoomerang family. I don't want to hear about the cost. T. Gray made a good point. Many of you got the iPhone 13 or the 14 or the 15 or the Samsung 1, or maybe 1.2. What do they charge for the Samsung phone? $5? Oh, when you get in line, they give you a check. Okay, I forgot. Yeah. Get a refund. I mean, go stand in line for the. They'll pay you and then buy the training. I always got to mess with, those people out there, right? But on a serious note, you're committed to making sure you have the best camera. That's what you're committed to. You got the latest iPhone, you're committed to having the best camera. You're not committed to being wealthy. That's the only difference of you. When I make a call, I make a call. What's the different upgrades that they have? Well, the camera is better. You have this lighting setting. You can take a photo on the water. When's the last time you've been to the beach? You don't even go to the beach. You work too much. I'm committed to being wealthy, but I'm going to see if I can push some things around so I can go to the training, to the boot camp. I'm going to go to the next level of commitment. Because some of you who actually bought a ticket, you think that you won now because you're committed and you bought your ticket. Next level is, how many of you have at least 5 personally sponsored people that you have ensured are going? Your latest 5 members of your teammates, have you committed to making sure that, acting as if here's the way I work the business, okay? We take so much responsibility off of you, it creates weakness within networkers. I got to be honest with you. I am so glad that I didn't come up in today's network marketing world. Today's network marketing world, I know I'm going to sound like an old school guy, but quite a few of them are very weak-minded. We were talking about, I love our industry. It produces the biggest small-minded people I've ever seen. Couldn't make it outside of this industry. Big thinkers, when they're in network marketing, take them out of network marketing, they shrink. The way that I work the business is this. Boot camp's coming up. Now, I'm a distributor. This is me. I'm a distributor now. I'm not the CEO of the company. I'm putting myself in a distributor's mold. I am a distributor. Boot camp's coming up. I always call my upline. I call my upline. Hey, listen, boot camp was announced. I need 300 tickets. Well, you can go online and each person can buy their own tickets and they make it so easy for us. Yeah, that's why your income's not where it could be, because we made it too easy. I sent my son a quote that I saw. So many of you probably seen it on, but I saw it, and it talked about this guy's grandfather who grew up, and he says, my grandfather grew up as a farmer, and didn't have much, and then grew to become very successful. And the next thing you know, his son became successful, and then his grandson, was out there, I think he said, driving a Cadillac. His granddaddy grew up pushing a tractor. He grew up driving a Cadillac. And he said, the guy said that my biggest fear is because I'm so successful is that my grandson will be walking. Why? He said, tough times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. And that cycle is what takes place in life, period. We've made it so easy, we've also created weakness. Why? I don't have to get committed. I don't have to have the same commitment as HB. I don't have to sleep. I don't have to, and I applaud those of you, even when you know that there's been less than 1,000 people at a training or right at 1,000, some of you still take that commitment and you go out and you sleep out at night or get in line at 4 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because you know you're building a skill. You don't have to do it. You know you're going to have a good seat. But see, when I was growing up in network marketing, I had to go out the night before, get a sleeping bag, get my igloo cooler with my little Capri Suns and my sandwiches. And I would sleep outside so that I could get a good seat. Why? The information was that valuable. I did not want to be where multimillionaires were and be sitting in the nosebleed seats and having 30,000 people in front of me being a distraction, because it could have been the one phrase or the one sense of emotion or one thing that was said from stage that could have struck a nerve with me for me to become great. But because I wanted to sleep, I sat in the back, got a bad seat, and I wasn't paying attention when they said it. Would have cost me millions. I can buy my ticket at the door. Okay, you can. You can buy your ticket at the door, and you can keep buying your ticket at the door and sitting behind the diamonds for the next 50 years. The questions that you should be asking people like myself who've been doing this for a long time, what is it that you did before that developed that made you mentally tough? In the world of weak networkers, it is so easy to succeed. It is so easy to run by everyone. John and I, we watch this all the time and we're like, why do they make this so hard? It's so easy to, well, I signed up, 6 weeks ago, and I've done 18 presentations so far, and I've done them. I just get on Zoom. I'm not saying don't use new technology. What I am saying, there's no commitment to jumping out of your shower, having on your pajama pants, and only filming the top part of you giving a presentation. That's no commitment. I'm not saying don't continue doing Zooms. I'm saying you're not developing yourself. What has made me mentally tough? What is it that made me, that when I lost the 450, it wasn't a big deal? You know what made me tough? Getting in my car, not having enough money to get back, driving 14 hours one way to go show a presentation, and the person that I'm showing the presentation to wasn't even home. On my way coming, they found out the company and the business that I was in didn't want to be a part of it. They were supposed to invite people. The people that they invited talked them out of it, had them quit before I even showed up. And I'm going there and they're not even at home. 14 hours. Oh, we had something come up. Yeah, I know what you had something come up. Fear. Quit. Best thing could have ever happened to me. Why? Because I had 14 hours going back of personal development, of tapes that I had to listen to so that I can get that out of my system, that nothing that came my way was going to shatter me. All of that was preparation. When people say, HB, I don't know of one company that could lose their merchant account for 90 days and do their biggest volume in the history of the company and even stay in business 90 days later. Had I was doing Zooms back then and not being a big deal, you get on a Zoom and the person doesn't show up on the Zoom, you click off the Zoom, you probably curse them out and you forget about it. And you go on about your day. I'm not criticizing that. I'm just telling you what built toughness. So when we did lose credit cards, did I panic? No. Hey guys, don't worry about it. We're going to find a solution. Why? I've been through the training. I've been through boot camp. I've been through the training. I've had that happen. I've had all of these scars, all of these things that people look at and say, you had to go through that? Yeah. As a distributor, when I built my largest network, I didn't have products for 6 months because I came in with so much momentum and then my sponsor quit. The master distributor of the company quit. By the way, we paid a 20% matching bonus. He had no idea HB was going to be HB. 20% matching bonus. I'm so glad he quit when he quit. And the owner of the company got afraid. He quit. He's the master distributor. He's going to take everybody with him. And I told the owner of the company, EB will tell you, I told the owner of the company, go double the product orders, please. He says, what do you mean? We need to order less product. He's starting a new company. I said, double the orders. He's out of the way now. The lid is gone. We're going to soar. And the owner was so afraid, thinking that the company was going to get cut in half, he ordered half. I tripled the volume of the company like that. I put together something called Project 10,000. I said in 90 days, I want to put 10,000 new people in who don't even know his name. That's who I'm going to build the next part of this company with. 90 days later, we had over 9,700. I missed it by 300. 9,700 new people who came into the company who didn't even know he existed. And I built a $3 billion company with those 9,700 people and a few of the ones who stayed along. Nobody even knows who he is. And then he got resentful and he came back and sued me for $100 million. Why? Because he quit on a 20% matching bonus of what I earned for the next 15 years. $100 million lawsuit. And guess what? I didn't shake in my boots. Why didn't I shake in my boots? I've been through that. I've been tough. That's the kind of stuff that builds you, makes you tough. My first lawsuit I got didn't even have a number on it. We were shaking in our boots, thinking they're going to take our Lexus, because I didn't understand the game. But when you go through stuff, you build muscles, you build resistance to those adversity resistance muscles. That nothing shakes your tree. Nothing shakes your tree. This is why you gotta get committed and say what you're committed to. I can sit here and tell you all the war stories I went through, but that, I don't get glory out of telling you how bad it was. Sued me in 2 countries. One country I didn't even live in. Sued me and the company owners. You know what I told Arlene when the lawsuits came? I said, well, let me go out there and make $100 million more so that way if he wins, I can pay him. Not, oh, woe is me, I'm afraid. What's going to happen if he wins? Well, first of all, how are you going to sue me for quitting? Let me go make the money so if they win, they have something to get. Not let me go hide all. No, I'm not hiding nothing. Let me go make this money. Grow your confidence. Grow it. Grow it. Don't fake yourself out. Grow your confidence. Take more chances. Become a bigger you. I could take Skin Tech and make $1 million a month as a distributor. You committed? You say you committed? How many of you right now are servicing a minimum of 10 customers with any of the products that we have? 10. Well, I'm not really into the products. No, you're not into commitment. You're not into. How many of you believe that there's people out there right now making $1 million a year selling a product that is completely inferior to the product that we have? How many of you know anybody in network marketing, they sell something, you know the quality of that product is junk? Or, I don't want to call anybody's product junk, it's inferior. You know for a fact our Skin Tech is one of the most incredible products ever been created. What's your excuse now? I see if we were selling, maybe bottle caps or something like that, that had no meaning. This may be a hard sell, but there's somebody out there who can find a way to sell these bottle caps. Listen, I don't know who it was. Somebody was telling me yesterday. I think it was T. Grace telling me yesterday. It's courage. There's a lady out there right now, a person. I think it's a lady. She gets $10,000 to name your baby. She created a business. I will name your baby. I will help you come up with the right name for your baby for 10 grand. And she's back ordered on time. Why? She had the courage to say, I believe that this is a need in the marketplace. 10 grand to come up with Keisha? 10 grand? 10 grand. There's no shortage of money. There's only a shortage of courage. Guys, I am not exaggerating. She's a baby namer. $10,000 per name. I'm like, is there something are there some, but she has people believing in her service. 10 grand. I never forget when I first, back in, this was, back in the 1900s, as we tell Ziggy and George, back in the 1900s, there's a guy who ran an ad, $500 an hour, and I'll listen to any of your problems without interruption. He never spoke. Yes. Okay, time's up. You can just send it cash because Cash App doesn't exist. Zelle doesn't exist yet. PayPal doesn't exist yet. Just you can drop the cash off over here, send me a check, put it in my PO box, or actually you can give me, money order, or what do we have back then? Western Union. And had a calendar full of appointments. Had no skill, was not a professional, was not a counselor, was not a psychologist or anything of that nature, just ran an ad. People will separate themselves with their money for anybody who believes in their service. The reason why you are not where you are is because you don't believe yet. You are still negotiating your beliefs. Boot camp is going to be the difference maker. Period. End of story. Watch. It's not, everybody's not going to benefit from boot camp. I'm not even going to sell you that. Everybody's not going to benefit. And I don't know who it is that's going to benefit. But there's a small group of people who are going to get this message, who are going to come to boot camp, who's going to be ready. And their world is going to change. That's all I can tell you. I'm not going to sell you on boot camp. Don't have to sell it. 2 days of HB Unleashed. Yeah. And we're going to see if you're ready. Okay. Here's what I'm going to say. everybody in Darren's group, you better be there. Period. Every single one of you better be there. Right. We got some stuff that we're about to do. HB is bringing the gasoline everywhere he goes, coming to a city near you. Promise you that. Okay. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you, I hope that you are, I hope you get the spirit of my message. And my training in my mind was going to be 6 things you need to do, or six things that determine whether you're ready. And I didn't even do that training. You know, but I think you got exactly what I feel you needed today. I do. I can tell you this. We are, there's some things that are about to happen with iBoomerang. We're in the middle of a pretty nice acquisition of a company that we're buying. And we should have that wrapped up in 30 days. 30 days. It's a new company we're buying to add to the mix. And we're excited. They're excited. We're excited. And when we talk about being able to elevate, I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. And I hope you know, people out there watching, and they know when they see something special. And we didn't go to them. They came to us. And they've been coming to us since, November? Since November. And we finally, in principle, put it together, and we're finalizing all the details right now. And it's going to be really, 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 really good, really, really good. And so they're ready. Their distributors are ready. And well, I don't know their distributors know, but they're ready. They know that there's a change, and there's been a leak out there that that HB has. There's something that they're doing with HB, and they're getting me fired up and excited. So love you guys. You guys are incredible. Let's elevate. Let's make this thing happen. We're going to wrap this up, and I can't wait to see you guys over in Cancun. Love you. Peace. Peace. Yo.